Some people move through life with a quiet ache inside them. A gentle, persistent feeling that they don't quite fit anywhere. Not in crowds. Not in conversations. Not in the spaces where everyone else seems so effortlessly connected. They watch as others laugh easily, speak freely, slip into belonging as if it's the most natural thing in the world. And they wonder why they can't do the same. Why they always feel like a missing piece in a puzzle they should have been part of. Why they always feel slightly invisible, slightly different, slightly outside the circle. If this feels familiar, then this script is for you. Because the psychology of people who feel like they don't belong is not about weakness. It is not about being less than. It is not about failure, strangeness, or inadequacy. It is about depth. It is about sensitivity. It is about a different kind of inner world, one that doesn't always align with the world around them. And if you've felt this way for years, if you've moved through life feeling like you exist just slightly out of sync, you might be surprised by how much of this is psychological, emotional, and beautifully human. Let's go deeper. People who feel like they don't belong often carry a loneliness no one knows about. Not because they are alone, but because they feel alone even when they are surrounded by people. It's a particular kind of loneliness. One that comes from not feeling understood. From not feeling seen in the way they need to be seen. From not feeling connected to the world in the way their heart wishes it could be. These people look around and notice how naturally others fit together. How easily friendships form. How smoothly conversations flow. How comfortably people exist in groups. And meanwhile, they feel like an outsider standing at the edge, unsure how to step in without losing themselves. People who feel like they don't belong become experts at pretending. They learn how to smile without fully connecting. How to speak without fully being present. How to exist in a room without ever feeling like part of it. It's not because they don't want connection. It's because they have never found the kind that fits. And deep inside, a quiet thought grows. Maybe there is no place for me. But the truth is more complicated. And much softer. There are many psychological reasons why someone may feel like they don't belong. And none of them mean something is wrong with them. 1. They have a highly sensitive inner world. People who feel like outsiders often think deeply. They pick up on emotions, energy, and subtle details most people overlook. Their minds are rich, layered, intense. This depth makes them feel out of place in environments that value small talk, noise, and surface-level connection. 2. They grew up different in a place that didn't understand them. Maybe they were introverted in an extroverted family. Maybe they were creative in a practical household. Maybe they were emotional in a place where feelings were dismissed. When you grow up misunderstood, you grow into an adult who expects to be misunderstood everywhere. 3. They never felt completely safe being themselves. If authenticity was never welcomed, hiding became a survival skill. And it's hard to belong anywhere when you've never belonged as your true self. 4. They internalize their uniqueness as wrongness. People who feel different often mistake their difference for a flaw. They believe they don't fit because something is missing, instead of realizing something is present. A depth, a sensitivity, a uniqueness most people cannot match. 5. They've experienced rejection or exclusion. Sometimes all it takes is one painful memory. A friendship that ended abruptly. A group that shut them out. A moment that made them feel unwanted. Rejection leaves a mark. Especially on people who feel deeply. 6. They are simply looking for a different kind of connection. Some hearts don't want crowds. They want depth. They want safety. They want truth. They want people who speak the same emotional language. And until they find those people, they will continue to feel like they don't belong. People who feel like they don't belong don't simply exist in the world. They observe it. They feel it. They analyze it. They question it. Their mind is constantly alive. They notice inconsistencies. They sense tension. They feel what others ignore. They understand the unspoken. They carry emotional memory in a way others don't. They relive conversations. Replay moments. Re-experience the smallest interactions. Their depth is their gift, but also their isolation. Because not everyone can meet them there. Not everyone can navigate that depth. Not everyone can understand their emotions without feeling overwhelmed. And so, they retreat. Not out of fear, but out of exhaustion. It is tiring to exist in a world built for shallowness, when your soul was built for depth. Here's the beautiful and painful truth. People who feel like they don't belong often belong everywhere and nowhere at the same time. They can blend in anywhere, adapt to anyone, fit into any environment when they need to. But those connections feel temporary, surface level, incomplete. They are chameleons, not because they want to be, but because they've had to be. They are the kind of people who make others comfortable, but rarely feel comfortable themselves. They can listen to everyone, but rarely feel listened to. They can understand others deeply, but rarely feel understood. And because they are so emotionally perceptive, they often sense when they are merely tolerated instead of welcomed. When they are included out of politeness, not desire. When they are seen, but not truly seen. This sensitivity makes belonging difficult. Because they don't want just any place. They want the right place. They don't want many people. They want the right people. They don't want shallow acceptance. They want soul-level recognition. They are not searching for a crowd. They are searching for a home. Many people who feel like outsiders felt this way early in life. Maybe they were the quiet child in a loud family. Maybe they were the misunderstood sibling. Maybe they were the emotional one in a place that celebrated toughness. Maybe they were the gifted child who felt different but never knew why. Maybe they were always too much or not enough. Children who grow up feeling out of place learn early how to detach. They learn to watch instead of participate. They learn to comfort themselves. They learn to hide the parts that others don't understand. And this loneliness becomes familiar, comfortable, protective. When they grow up, they carry that feeling with them into relationships, friendships, work, and adulthood. Belonging doesn't feel natural. It feels foreign, uncertain, suspicious. Because when you've never belonged as your true self, you learn to expect that you never will. This is the part people forget. Those who feel out of place often have extraordinary strengths. They are introspective. They are intuitive. They are gentle. They are wise. They are observant. They are emotionally intelligent. They are empathetic. They are imaginative. They are creative. They are thoughtful. They are sensitive in a way that makes the world softer. These are the people who create art that heals others, who make friends feel safe, who give advice that feels like truth, who feel the world in ways most people never will. Belonging was never the problem. The environment was. Some people are not meant to belong everywhere. They are meant to belong in specific places, with specific people, where depth is normal, and sensitivity is celebrated, and softness is not seen as weakness. Healing doesn't come from forcing yourself to fit. It comes from understanding yourself deeply. Now let me speak directly to the you who has felt this way for years. The you who has sat in rooms feeling invisible. The you who has walked in crowds feeling alone. The you who has carried the quiet ache of not fitting anywhere. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are not strange. You are not an anomaly in a world full of normal people. You are simply someone who sees the world differently, feels differently, thinks differently, loves differently, connects differently. You are not meant for noisy rooms or shallow conversations. You are meant for depth, for meaning, for soul-level connections, for people who understand the softness inside you. One day, maybe sooner than you think, you will meet people who feel like home. People who understand your pauses, your silence, your softness, your sensitivity, your depth. People who make you feel seen, without you having to perform. People who make you feel accepted, without you having to shrink. People who make you feel understood, without you having to explain every detail. And when that happens, you will realize something. You never lacked belonging. You just hadn't found your place yet. People who feel like they don't belong are not lost. They are searching. And what they are searching for is rare, but real. A place where they can be fully themselves. A place that doesn't demand their silence or their performance. A place that doesn't ask them to dim their depth. A place where their heart fits effortlessly. Because belonging is not about being like everyone else. It is about being fully yourself. And still being welcomed. And you, with your sensitivity, your introspection, your depth, your quiet wisdom, you will belong somewhere extraordinary. Not everywhere, but somewhere. And that somewhere will feel like home. Thanks for watching, subscribe.